What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This time we're going to be building our exhaust system, or finishing the exhaust system for the for my 2J240 here. We'll be finishing up the manifold, making our downpipe, and then the rest of the system to go back out the car. To show you a little bit what I got going on, I kind of got a little bit into it, and I remembered I wanted to make a video on this. I got two of these 4-foot straight lengths of 3-inch exhaust tubing, right? And then this is supposed to be, or this is cut in half, but this is a mandrel bend. They typically come in like a 180-degree bend like this. I got two of them, so I'm hoping that's all I need that's all the bending that I need. We'll be using those for the downpipe mostly. I think I'll show you guys down here. I think there's a little spot I want to kind of kink the exhaust here. Coming off the back of the turbo will be the downpipe, obviously. It'll come off down here, run down into there, and then from there, it'll come out in this area, and I want it to run in between the transmission and this frame rail, straight back here, over to the driver's side, where you have the exhaust cutouts, where it's already made room for it with the, sway bar and the bumper cutout there. So my plan is to have it come out right there from the downpipe, run it back here until I get, try to crawl to a better position here, until I get to the drive shaft. And then right about here, where the floor pan starts to come back down, we'll put a little kink in it, cross it over up here. Oh, shit. Oh, hi, puppy, hi. I got my helper today. I forgot to invite her, so now she's all worried about why I didn't invite her to work on the car. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Can you hold on? I'm recording. Okay. So then, once it gets crossed over here onto the drive shaft, somewhere along here, I'm going to tie it into the exhaust that I bought the car with. It was another 3-inch exhaust. Another 3-inch exhaust meant for a KA, so it runs on the driver's side. So that's how I'm planning to route the exhaust. It shouldn't be too horrible. It's mostly straight, one, maybe two little bends to it, which I'm hoping whatever I have left over from my mandrel bends will provide the angle that I need and get me to where I want. Oh, and one other thing. I've just been doing some mock-up stuff off camera. Here's my wastegates. What I'm gonna do is I'll get these welded, cut and welded for that, and I'm gonna have these wastegates just dump out the hood. So they're obviously not gonna be that long, and I'll get them shortened up, but it's a good starting point. Let's take it back to how I designed this manifold in the first place. After I got all the parts measured out, I input it into this 3D program that I learned, and once I did that, then I started putting pieces together and figuring out how I wanted the manifold to flow, trying to keep the runners as equal as I could. Designing it on the program also gave me a count of what elbows I needed and how many that I could order. Once I got all that ordered, it was time to put it together and tack it up. Yippee! Alright guys, just finished tacking up the turbo manifold here. I had to make some adjustments. I don't think I did the program right. I think I entered in, I think I made either the exhaust flange itself a little too big, or I made the distance between the merge collector and the flange a little too big, so I had to kind of shrink everything down like this. A couple of these pieces are shorter than what was in the 3D program, but overall I think it turned out decently well. Using the 3D program definitely helped a lot in getting kind of at least a baseline on how to construct it, rather than having to do a bunch of trial and error, since I'm not really a fabricator. So I think now we test fit it back onto the 2J and the 240, and then we just double check clearances, see what we got for room for wastegates, and then we can send it off to get welded. So I got about 3 inches. Yeah. We should have enough room if my guessing is correct. We should have enough room. Well, that is it for the basic construction of the manifold itself. I'm confident I did my math right. For the record, I am mostly eyeballing this. I think I've pulled a tape measure out once so far. So to get you guys caught up on what I've been doing until I realized I needed to be recording this, we've tacked together somewhat of a downpipe using our mandrel bends. Right now I'm just keeping it tacked. We'll probably tack the whole thing first, or at least until I put the flange on, the whole downpipe. Tack it all first before we weld it. Make sure it'll all line up. Maybe then move on to that center piece of the exhaust, tack that. Just make sure it all lines up before we start making it permanent, and just get everything tacked up, and then we'll weld it once everything's tacked up and I know it lines up, and that way I don't have to be doing any cutting or forcing of anything. I got it, you know, somewhat secured, still able, or I got the V-band somewhat tight, still able to move it and rotate it if I need to. I got it hugging but not touching the manifold. It's not, the side note, the manifold's not going to stay looking like that. It will get unuglified. There's where my downpipe comes out as of right now. Let's get down there. See? I know it's low light, but right where my foot is, that's where it's at. This is a exhaust. This is a exhaust flex bellow or flex coupling, whatever you want. Oh my God! This is a exhaust flex bellow or coupling or whatever you want to call it. The idea here is you have one side of the exhaust here. In my case, it would be my downpipe, and then you have the rest of the exhaust on the other side, which would be the tip, the part that goes out of the car. The idea here is this will flex and move a little bit as the downpipe is connected to the turbo, which is connected to the motor. So all of that vibrations and moving in the motor mounts, and same thing on the exhaust side. This will join the two and make it, and kind of give like a little bit of a dampening, if you will, or smooth out the vibrations to prevent unnecessary stress to the downpipe or the turbo, or the rest of your exhaust there. So we'll throw this in here on the end of the downpipe too. Pretend this is where the downpipe comes out. This will just slide in there like that, and then you'll weld around that side just like normal. Alright, so I got everything tacked up here. I'm about to take it off and start welding the whole thing. But I figured I'd show you guys what I got going on here. So I'm using the square tubing to just kind of support the weight, right? But I ended up using this piece that I cut off of what came on the car. Flipped it around, attached it to a straight piece, and then used a little bit of a mandrel bend to kind of connect it. But yeah, so my whole mid section will go from the downpipe over to about the axle. So, alright guys, it is a new day. I've got my exhaust ready to be put in. Got my downpipe all welded up and finished here. Got my mid pipe, mid pipe right here. I ended up being able to use this piece that I cut off from that piece. I was able to flip it and turn it and reverse it. And then I got my manifold right here all said and done, painted, wrapped to cover up all the great welds that I did. Don't laugh at me. Hey, I didn't even weld them. You welded half of it. I had to re-weld half of it. But yeah, so it's all wrapped to cover all that up. Wastegates are on. Wastegate ports are on. So we'll be putting that bitch back in there, and hopefully for the last time. What? You gotta eat some food. Oh, bro. Put your hands away. Oh yeah, it was so much easier to put it in that. Dude, if I welded it upside down, I'm selling this car. Oh no, you can't. Shut the fuck up. I'll want to. Oh yeah, but no, other way. Other way? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I see your fucking. Yep. You want me to slide that in there or wait? Just wait. Yep. Alright, Chaz, does it look upside down? Yes. I snapped my head so fast. Let me get this other. Maybe.
Well, this one needs to be rotated, but
what the hell?
I don't want to say.
Oh.
What?
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's so.
I see what you're saying. What the fuck happened? Oh shit.
Did you?
If I welded it upside down. Mm-hmm. See, I had a feeling, but I decided to send it anyways.
I think there was a conversation had about this.
We're just gonna take your car, drive to the nearest cliff.
Just drive off the edge?
And drive off the edge.
There's the boat launch down there. We can just drive straight in the river.
Ah! damn it. Measure once, cut twice, isn't that the saying? So after adjusting that, I got I got it all. Oh, hi, puppy. Hi. I got it all hooked. Focus that. There we go. Got it all hooked up. It's tucked up pretty tight, you know. Pretty tight to the frame. You know, it doesn't hang too low, which will be nice. And then at the back here, once I get my bumper fully secured, it'll look pretty dang sweet.
What did I do?
Oh, fuck! Oh, deal. Alright, now it's time to hook up those wastegates and the dump tubes. Then I'll have to cut a hole in my hood. Alright, guys, it's been a couple days. I finally got my harness in and I was busy doing that, so I'm a little bit further than the last clip, but so this is what it kind of looks like now. I still have to like tuck everything and all that, but I do have my wastegates on. That did not end up really in the spot that I wanted it to. I wanted it to be a little bit more this way, but that's on me. I didn't weld the flange in the right spot. So, but we can make it work. We can, that's supposed to be, that'll be straight. But what we can do, or what we're gonna do, is we're gonna run it straight up, or we're gonna run a little angle, like my fancy cool little mock-up there. That's gonna get stuck down into here, like that, and it does hit, so we'll have to, again, my great fabrication skills, we'll have to kink that kind of out and around it, but that's essentially what it'll look like, but it'll be metal. Alright, well, that's more crooked. It wasn't crooked like that before. They're still a little loose. Hood wise, let's see, where did it come out to? One starts right there, and then the other one is somewhere over here. So I'm gonna have to cut. I kind of, have to cut a hole like this. Sucks. I gotta cut a hole in the vent, but there's not really much I can do about it, other than I should have been a better fabricator, I guess. So that's what I get for not planning ahead. The hood's fucking tatered anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. But as far as coming out, I'm gonna start with good old average size, and if I gotta cut more off, I gotta cut more off. It is what it is. Well, there we go. I know I didn't show you guys the test fitting and all that stuff. I got a little carried away. But there we go. They fit. The holes are a little big. I had to keep grinding. Dump tubes are done. Oh, it's closed. But yeah, finished the rest of my exhaust. Oh, there is one more thing I wanted to do. I probably won't do it on this video, but since I'm using my old tip, it's a little rusty and dirty from the age. So I will end up polishing it. At this time, probably not, just because I'm trying to get the rest of the car done, and that's not really a priority right now. But exhaust is done. Can't wait to see flames shooting out of there and there. It'll be freaking sweet. It'll sound good. Yeah, that'll do it for this video. I will catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.